how to hit a high towering draw with your irons like the tour players. It's a very skillful shot. They are hitting their irons long, high, they land really soft, but they hit their wedges nice and low with a lot of spin. They're gonna be completely different techniques. Let's touch on what you need to think about. Hit those long irons nice and high and soft. It really comes down to being able to use the loft of this club. In recent years, it's become popular from a lot of instructors to talk about getting that face closed, going back, bowing our wrists as we take the club back. That is the last thing that we want to think about when we want to get the ball to go up in the air and land nice and soft. So if you have a neutral-ish grip to where you're seeing roughly 2.5 knuckles in your lead hand, you need to feel like you keep a little bit of extension or cup in that wrist, and that's going to keep the loft on the club. So when you take the club to the top of your backswing, it's going to feel almost like you're turning a little bit to the right as a right-hander with that club, and you're keeping some nice extension, keeping that loft on the club. That's going to help the ball go in the air. The other thing you can do too is I just want you to make this simple move here where you feel like you're throwing the club down into the ground, but I want you to feel like you're having the bottom of the club go through the ground. That keeps that loft on the club, and you'll feel the feeling is you're actually using the bounce of the iron. People talk about using the bounce of wedges. They don't talk about using the bounce of long irons as well, but when you need to hit it nice, high, and soft, you got to have that same feel. So just brush the ground and really feel like you're using the bottom of that club. That's going to help you have what we call passive release. But if you just focus on using the bottom of the club, it's going to help you do that. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate here. But like I talked about, the two main keys are we got to keep some loft on that club. So a nice little bit of extension in that lead wrist. And then we're going to throw that bottom of the club at the ground and use the bounce of that long iron, which is a little bit different. Ball's going to come in nice and high and soft. So I'll go and demonstrate here.